It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Not a lot to complain about for this Spurs team right now. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And guys, everybody knows about Greg Popovich and his less than verbose approach to sideline interviews and press conferences, but he is one of the most genuine guys in the NBA.
Well, honesty is the best policy.
Oh, can I write that down?
I've never heard that before, have you? I'll tell you, because he'll say the same thing to the 12th man on the team and as he will to the star. You know what? He's kind of like the late, great Dean Smith. If you close your eyes and watch practice, you couldn't tell who were the best players by what he was saying. He just kept it real, kept it honest all the time.
I like that kid. Let's not also forget he's one of the funniest guys in the NBA.
Funny?
Because he doesn't forget at the end, basketball is just a game. He really cares for his players, both past and present.
True.
There are very few like him, Greg Popovich. That's going to wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you for joining us.
Why are you waving your arms?
No.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&TCenter. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. This is the first game in the Nets road trip. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell. He is proudly wearing the Brooklyn Nets colors for the first time.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting five on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Andrew Nicholson. Then it's Russell. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Mozgov in at the center position. And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Mozgov.
And Parker's just extremely clever at getting fouls off those kinds of shots. And after battling a hamstring injury a couple seasons ago, Tony Parker stepping up his physical maintenance and preparation regimen. More stretching and warming up before games, more recovery work afterwards. He's doing what it takes to stay healthy.
And that one falls for Parker. And Greg, talking about Tony Parker, the current deal has him signed through 2018. Once one of the fastest players in the league. Do you think he's lost a step?
He may have, but so much experience and veteran savvy. And he knows how to keep defenders off balance, which is key. I think he's taken a page from Jason Kidd as well, working on his three-pointer to try to age more gracefully on the offensive end. And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Picked by Mozgov. Lynn kicks to Mozgov. Gasol with the steal. Parker dishes to Aldridge. With the fadeaway. Off the left rim and out.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Hollis Jefferson drilled from 11 feet out. Hollis Jefferson's got his first points of the night.
And that is a shot that Hollis Jefferson continues to improve upon over time, and that's a good sign of things to come.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. 11 feet away. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. There's a screen. Now, here is Russell. 17 points for him last game against Denver. Aldridge, the pass to Gasol. Leonard on the wing. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Bulls in Chicago.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Lynn kicks to Mozgov. Pass to Russell. Nets passing it around. Mozgov a screen on Green. Clock at 6. Goes up off the pick. And Mozgov throws it down.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Aldridge a screen. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. Number 5, the Spurs.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Now here's Lynn. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Russell. 3-point lead from the baseline. And the shot is long.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Well, going into the 2011 draft, the Spurs said it was a tough decision to trade away George Hill in exchange for the pick that became Kawhi Leonard. No remorse on that one now, though. Once again, the Spurs struck gold as Kawhi has developed into a true superstar.
And with Kawhi Leonard, who is high school Mr. California basketball, interesting to look, Greg, at all the things he's done. Looking back and realize he was only lightly recruited coming out of high school.
Yeah, and he committed early to San Diego State and stuck with them once the bigger schools came calling. The ankles were an issue. I think that might have caused his draft stock to fall a bit in 2011. Only ended up going 15th in that draft, but in hindsight, probably the best player from that class.
Here's Nicholson. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Green. Dishes it to Aldridge. Back to Green. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And here's Russell, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Lynn. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker against Lynn. Here's Aldridge. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's the triple. Here's Nicholson. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Green, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. And you go back over the great players the Nets have had. Dr. J comes to mind as perhaps the greatest, but Jason Kidd and others can be mentioned as well.
Well, you know, Kidd and Dr. J clearly are up there, but neither played their best years with the Nets, despite Kidd leading that team to back-to-back NBA Finals appearances. You have to acknowledge Vince Carter when he was here, as he helped them get to a pair of finals. I mean, he was part of those teams. Buck Williams, I think, probably needs to be on that list, a contemporary of mine who had an outstanding career with the Nets. So I think all those guys are worthy of being singled out as outstanding Nets.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Brooklyn trailing. Russell with a wide open look. Again, Russell missing.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Now here's Lynn. Kicks to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. He kicks it to Nicholson. Fires the 3. Lynn's shot is off. Spurs leading by 3. Green dishes to Parker. And Leonard has it in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 10 points for Leonard.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
The Nets making a switch here. Goodwin's checked in. Nets trail by 6. Outside, Lynn. There's the dish to Mozgov. Lynn against Parker. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Green. Back to Parker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for the Spurs, their star players have all taken less, Greg, in free agency in order to stay in San Antonio.
Yes, earning bigger markets and bigger paychecks. It's a family atmosphere in the Spurs organization. It's rare to see a single player start and finish his career with one team, much less 3 teammates.
That's good from Parker.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Lee comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Anderson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Nets trail by 8. Booker is screened on Anderson. Passes it to LeVert. Looking to end the run. Here's Booker. Got a hand on it. But they recover it. Just 4 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. LeVert. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Spurs leading by 8. And Anderson has it in the corner. Now Parker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Kilpatrick. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Here's Booker. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. 16 feet away. No good on that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Inter-conference action here. 2 games in all between these 2 teams. It'll be fun to watch.
Now here's Anderson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And you know, with the Nets in their move, they are looking to build a lasting identity, to brand themselves a certain way. There's so much history with this franchise to draw from, but it really is the start of a new era with the team.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And for the Nets, it's been a bit of a rough start with their time in Brooklyn. Some playoff appearances off the bat, but now they are in a rebuild.
Well, I think they're approaching this rebuild in the right frame of mind, Kevin and Greg. I mean, viewing it as a chance to really change the culture of the team and build something from the ground up with a solid foundation. Might take some time, but I think if they do it right, the city is eager to shower the Nets with a lot of love.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the pick. Here's Goodwin. Last game we saw him score 14. Ginobili with the steal. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Yes, that goes in. Mills has got his first points of the night. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
The Spurs have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anderson.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
and he can't hit the second. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
Shooting one.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
For San Antonio, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Booker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
And it's LeVert missing.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Lee passes to Anderson. Now the feed to Dedmon. Back to Anderson. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Ball's knocked loose. Hills with the steal. Here's Lee, and he banks in the layup.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Goodwin after the made shot by David Lee. Here's LeVert, and the Nets miss again.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
To the wing right side. And it's Goodwin missing. Spurs leading by 17. Here's Ginobili. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Mills with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Leads running. Ginobili kicks to Lee. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Booker. LeVert the pass to Booker. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
One shot, line the lanes.
Free throw good, Booker. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the pass to Anderson. Screen by Lee. And Anderson slams it in.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Goodwin with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. One second left. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Spurs lead by 16. Live from the AT&TCenter in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. The San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt, and it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
Two shots.
That's good from Green. After their move to Brooklyn, the Nets went with an all-in approach. Sold their future to try and put a title team together, came up well short. Now they're left to rebuild.
Now the Nets have scrapped that approach, it seems, and it couldn't come at a better time. Learned some lessons from trying to sell their picks and future for a quick playoff run. New management and a new coach have said they are committed to doing things the right way, even if it is slower.
Well, the Nets made the move to hire Kenny Atkinson to man their bench. He spent the last handful of seasons as an assistant for Mike Budenholzer on Atlanta's Hawks team.
And with the Nets turning to their new GM with Spurs ties, it makes sense that they would get an assistant of Budenholzer, also from the Spurs family tree. Atkinson has a lot going for his pedigree as a coach. Definitely was one of the more sought-after assistants before the Nets snagged him up.
And finished off by Gasol.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Now here's Lynn. He feeds it to Russell. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. San Antonio leading by 18. Mills dishes to Green. Gasol kicks to Mills. Feeds it to Aldridge. Gasol a screen. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Picked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Nets.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Nets trail by 18. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kawhi Leonard keeps getting better year after year. 2014 Finals MVP said, "I'm very confident with where I'm at. Every time I step on the floor now, I know I can be a factor. Offensively, defensively, shooting threes, working my way into the post, setting other guys up. Kevin, you can do it all."
He's grown into that role of franchise player, DA. Great stuff. Thank you. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
At the top of the key, Nicholson fires the 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Outside, Russell. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
These past few weeks, you can see how San Antonio stacks up. First in field goal percentage, first in free throw shooting, and they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
here's Mills, defended by Lynn. Aldridge left side. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Shot, high post. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. For Brooklyn, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And after knee surgery in the summer of 2015, Mozgov's numbers fell off just a bit last season.
And you can tell that the Cavs weren't happy with his play. His per-minute numbers were actually not that far out of line with his career norms, but for a team gunning for a title, any slippage was cause for concern.
Just 5 on the clock. Shot left block. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. That's 12 points for Leonard.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
In their big push to make a splash in Brooklyn, the Nets traded away a lot of draft picks. Team has an uphill battle to get back into the championship picture.
And, you know, short term, it seems like so little when you do trade future picks away, but inevitably it tends to come back to haunt you. Giving up their pick this summer was just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, they've lost out on players like Damian Lillard and others just from trading away their picks.
Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Pau Gasol. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 19 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now Green after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And you know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And it goes down 2 points. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Excellent size and feel for the game. D'Angelo really just scratching the surface of his potential.
Parker kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 14 points for Leonard.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Lynn. Here's Mozgov. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Mozgov's got 7 points.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. There's a screen outside Gasol. Parker passes to Aldridge. Then Gasol with the dunk.
So what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Spurs going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
From 20 feet out, and Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Leonard. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Off the inbound, hits the front of the rim and out. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. There's Russell with the 3. The offensive rebound. Count the basket. And it's 9 points for Timofey Mozgov.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Gasol, a screen on Lynn. Parker kicks to Gasol. Parker passes to Aldridge. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Green.
1 shot.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter.
Timeout.
But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Hamilton. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 5 assists in the game. Now here's Parker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Ginobili kicks to Leonard.
Leonard has been playing really well. He has 14 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
2 shots.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. So he gets them both. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Booker, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Here's Parker. And Leonard has it in the corner. Anderson the screen. Puts it up from 15. second chance shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. The 4th spot held down by Manu Ginobili.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
That's a good one. Lets it fly from 18. Kick out to Hamilton. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Nobody near Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Ginobili, that's good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 41% from the field here in the second. Here's LeVert. Gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. And a look here at the shot chart.
What a display we've seen from them so far. Every half open look they've gotten, they've knocked down and showed no signs of letting up. Right now, they are in the driver's seat. As long as they can keep their rhythm on offense, they'll just steamroll this team the rest of the way.
Nets shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. LeVert the pass to Goodwin. Here's LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Count the basket. Dishes to Booker. Kicks it to Goodwin. Clock at 6. That 3 off the mark.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. There's the pick. Hamilton the pass to Kilpatrick. Passes it to LeVert. Here's Hamilton. Rebound San Antonio. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Parker dishes to Ginobili. He kicks to Dedmon. Ginobili outside. Down low. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Dedmon's got 8 points.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Lee comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. Now here's Lee. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. There's a good screen. Anderson kicks to Ginobili. And another basket for San Antonio.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Out to the right wing. Here's Goodwin. And then Goodwin with the dunk.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
And here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. Good D by Booker.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
LeVert the pass to Goodwin. They set the screen to the inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Nets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Now here's Lee. Anderson. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hamilton outside. The dish now to Booker. Here's Anderson. Finished off the break. Anderson's got 5 now.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's San Antonio running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Pop, what did you think of the pace of your team in the first half?
Well, we've upped the pace. That's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be. So something's got to give somewhere.
Pop, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, Kawhi Leonard took the game over a little bit. If it wasn't his scoring, it was his hard-nosed rebounding and lockdown defense. It's amazing to see the strides he's made over the years, becoming a complete basketball player. He's now personally able to dominate a whole half of basketball, as we just saw.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that'll do it, as the second half is just about ready to begin. Back to Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game. Hey, watch yourself.
Celebrating, we're the best.
A spectacular aerial shot of downtown San Antonio, Texas, the Tower Life Building, front and center. We welcome you back. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Jeremy Lin is out there with Russell. Then there's Andrew Nicholson, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 5 to shoot. Gasol kicks to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 9 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. And I'll get up and walk away because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, D8. That accountability goes a long way. Now, here's Aldridge after Jeremy Lin's miss. And good that time.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Lin. Here's Nicholson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And so Nicholson nails both of them. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And the wide open shot from Green. The three-pointer no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Here's Russell. Nails the baby hook. Russell's got 6.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Pass to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Back to Aldridge. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Lin's shot is off.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
It's good. He has 7.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And he lays it straight in.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Oh, here's Parker. He has 5. Outside Leonard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now Russell. He's got 6. The feed to Mozgov. Out to the right wing. Nicholson. And the 3 off target.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. 1st in free throw percentage. 4th in fewest turnovers per game. And they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
No good on the free throw. So he comes up empty, missing both. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And it's Russell in the corner. Picked by Mozgov. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Nicholson's shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice...
That's how you attack.
Oh, man. my.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now here's Leonard after Jeremy Lin's miss. And it's Green missing. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
You know, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell came into a really crowded backcourt rotation his rookie season, and the coaching staff kept him on a fairly tight leash. You get the sense now he'll be unleashed, and that'll give him a chance to realize his great potential.
Shots good by Green. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Mozgov a screen on Green. Now the pass to Nicholson. Off target with his 3. And there's always a tricky balance for young players like D'Angelo Russell. Playing is the best way for him to develop, but you want to hold them accountable and make them earn their minutes.
Yeah, and I think Russell ended up, Kevin, earning good minutes, almost 30 a game, actually, and I think he did better in his rookie season than he was really given credit for. You look at his numbers and the body of that rookie season was pretty solid. In the end, paying his dues will only make him hungrier to prove that he belongs.
Now here's Lin, following the miss by Tony Parker. Mozgov sets a screen for Lin. 6 on the shot clock. There's Russell with the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's Green with the 3. Offensive rebound. Tries again. There's the steal. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Boy, you like the aggressiveness from Hollis Jefferson going right at him.
Here's Parker. He has 5. Outside Aldridge. Back to Parker. Jacks up a 3. San Antonio again missing. Nets shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
And Lin is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
Parker kicks to Green. He feeds it to Aldridge. To the paint. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Aldridge. Aldridge has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Yeah, it's just been far too soft. Not much fight being shown by the defense there. And, boy, that's hard to watch, quite honest.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Lee's checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Count it. Lee's got 6 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Spurs?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down to transition. And really respect the confidence of Lynn. His teammates love how he runs these pick-and-roll plays.
Screen by Lee. Ginobili outside. Feeds to Gasol. Wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 4 assists now tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Lee kicks to Ginobili. Here's Anderson. They get the rebound. Gasol. And the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Booker in the corner. Right wing. Russell kicks to Lynn. Shot clock at 6. And it's Russell missing.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Kicks it out to Ginobili. Mozgov with the block. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. A nice shot by Lynn.
And Lynn plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given. And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Hamilton's checked in for Mozgov. Archie Goodwin comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And it's LeVert in for Jeremy Lin.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency. It seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. I like the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
Now here's Mills, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's Goodwin missing. And for Gasol on the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
Yeah, and what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
Manu Ginobili at the line for 2.
That free throw good from Ginobili.
excellent game we've seen from Manu Ginobili. He has 8 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
San Antonio making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Anderson with the block. It's tipped. Goes up the baseline. Good. He hits the jump shot. Anderson's got 9.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 8, and the 3 ball is good. 5 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Rejected by Ginobili. Over in the corner, Lee for the 3. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 8 rebounds in this game. And he makes good on the layup. LeVert's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
And when you talk about all-time career numbers, there is one name in NBA history that shows up time and time again. Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt, with 23,924 rebounds. His name synonymous with greatness on the basketball court.
And guys, I don't think there will ever be another player that will dominate their position like Wilt Chamberlain did. And it's those rebounding numbers that paint the picture the most clearly. I mean, Wilt averaged almost 23 rebounds a game. Not just over a season, folks, over the course of his entire career. 11 rebounding titles, and his career total just shy of 24,000. I mean, nobody in the modern era has even come close to that.
San Antonio's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Ginobili. 8 points for him. Three-pointer. Can't connect. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Spurs out in front, delivering the blowout. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And the net shooting a pretty low, 34% thus far. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Lee. Then there's Murray. Then it's Simmons. And it's Bertans in at the 3. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now here's Murray. Passes it to Bertans. He dishes it to Murray. And the 3 off target. And here are the Nets to the inside. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Hamilton's got the ball, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Dinwiddie. The three. And Lee pulls it down. Bertans passes to Dedmon. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Murray kicks to Dedmon. Elbow shot is on the way. No good off the front iron. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They get it back, AC, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Simmons dishes to Murray. Kicks it to Lee. From 15 feet away. In the corner, Simmons with it. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Poked away and stolen by Simmons. Murray, the pass to Lee. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And there's the pass to Bertans. Stolen by McDaniels. Hamilton kicks to McDaniels. There's the pick. From past the arc. Good on the triple.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now here's Murray. Lee outside. And stolen by Hamilton. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. AC misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Murray. Dishes it to Dedmon. 5 on the clock. Misses off the left iron. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Wing shot on the way. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
The Spurs have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Murray kicks to Simmons. Here's Bertans, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Well, they've outworked him in a lot of places. It's plain and simple, and that's applied more than just to the battle on the boards. It's been across the board.
Here's LeVert. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. The dish to AC. Offensive rebound, Nets. He doesn't hit that one. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Nets. And San Antonio shooting an efficient 53% from the field. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's the screen. Pass to Bertans. From outside the arc. That shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Lin. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Now here's Murray. D right on him. Pass to Lee. Passes it to Bertens. From 10 feet out, basket counts.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Lynn. Here's the screen. Off the screen. That one off the back iron and out.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Lee. Free throw good, Murray. Lynn with it. Now the feed to Dinwiddie. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Next ball.
Here's McDaniels. Outside, Lynn. Shot to end this cold run, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And this team trusts Lynn to play within the offense. He's very good at taking high-quality shots.
Feeds to Aldridge, to the wing right side. Dedmon. They get it back. Simmons. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He misses the free throw. That one misses. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Dinwiddie dishes to McDaniels. Misses the three. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Murray, the pass to Dedmon. He feeds it to Murray. Shoots the three. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here. Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
So it's San Antonio now. Now here's Simmons. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Murray with it. The baseline J. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. Poked loose. Here's McDaniels. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done. There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. To the paint, here's AC. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Spurs shooting well, 50% from the floor. Now here's Mills, defended by Lynn. Here's Simmons, and the layup's good off the glass.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Lynn kicks to AC. A rebound by the Spurs. And here's Mills. Right side Aldridge, plenty of space, and that's good off the glass that time. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Simmons kicks to Aldridge. Inside and stolen by Hamilton. Oh, and here comes Goodwin all alone, and then Goodwin with the dunk.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Now here's Simmons. He dishes it to Dedmon. Here's Bertina's, and it's San Antonio with another.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside, Lynn. Here's Goodwin. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Mills dishes to Dedmon. 7-foot shot, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Left side, Lynn. Count that bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Here's Simmons after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Dedmon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
San Antonio, Dwayne Dedmon, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. A different look now for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Bertina's, and it's Ginobili in for Simmons. And so he makes both from the line. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Kicks it to AC. And there's the pass to Booker. Clock at 6. Mills with the steal. Dedmon passes to Ginobili. Swiped it away. Here's Kilpatrick. Finished off the break.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Now Mills. Aldridge kicks to Dedmon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Bertina's, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Nets also making a change. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And the Nets shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Dinwiddie kicks to Booker. Here's the screen. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Off the screen. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Pau Gasol. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Ginobili following the bucket by the Nets. Shot clock at 5. Dedmon kicks to Anderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, pal. Congrats on the win. How satisfied are you with the way you guys played?
It's satisfying just because we got another great win. And the way we've been playing lately, I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
All right, pal. Great win tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. What'd you like about his performance, Shaq?
Ernie, Kenny, what got into this guy tonight? He was sensational. Easily the MVP of the game. Maybe it was some of that home cooking. Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, iced tea. He was getting a lot of love from the fans, and rightfully so. Seeing him step his game up like that will always get the crowd pumped.
Well, when Pau Gasol decides to take the game over like he did tonight, he owns the low post. Because two things have to happen. If you play him single coverage, he scores on you in the low post. If you double team him, he's a great passer, a complete ownership of the paint.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see ya.
Good night.